It's facts, non-fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go and flip.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 237. Paul's here along with my co-host Nick Theories and Philly Phil. Tonight we have special guest. He's a third-round pick out of Texas A&M. He was a consensus All-American, first-team All-SEC, and current defensive lineman for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Demarvin Leal.
What's happening?
What's going on, bro?
Appreciate you, my guys. Appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on the pod. Yeah, man, we're looking forward to getting to know who you are, man.
Real fast, your last name is Leal, right? It's not Leal?
No, it's Leal.
Ah, cool. I should have asked you that 5 minutes ago, but we were talking about other stuff. So
let's start this pod off talking about your recruiting process from high school to college. Like, what was that experience for you?
That experience for me was wild. I mean, I had 4 offers my freshman year, had like 12 my sophomore year.
Wait, freshman year?
Yeah, my freshman year had high school I had 4.
God damn.
I had who did I have? I had Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Baylor.
Wow. Holy shit.
as a freshman.
As a freshman. Yes,
that's crazy.
So you were a standout player in high school. You played in the U.S. Army All-American game. What was the moment that you realized that your game could take you to the NFL, and how did that then shape your approach?
I would have to say it was definitely my freshman year. Being on varsity as a freshman, and I guess the guys on varsity, the seniors, those dudes was just like, yo, like you can be different if you want to be. Like a guy named Alton Robinson that was right in front of me was committed to Texas A&M, but ended up going to Syracuse, and he played for the Seahawks for a little bit. And man, that dude himself just was beyond crazy on the edge. So they just opened up the door for me. I just walked straight through.
That's how you gotta do it, though, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta walk right through that fucking door.
They just opened the door for me. I walked straight through.
Your presence was felt immediately.
Nah, yeah, I had a crazy freshman year. And
that was kind of what put you on the mat to start, and then from there it was kind of just go time. And
it was really just the way I practiced for it. It was when the college scouts came to practice. You know me, I still to this day run all day during practice. Like I just I see the ball 60 yards down the field, I'm going to go get it.
It's just the way he's built.
But that's what I watch on film when I'm watching Demarvin. Like that's what I watch on film, man. Like your quickness is something that stood out to me. Like your lateral quickness, your ability to play inside and outside and get on the outside, shutting down the lanes, getting your hands up. Like you are excellent at that. You play with excellent leverage, excellent quickness. Like I feel like you're just an overall great player that is only going to get better and better as you progress in your career as well. Like I seen that in your early years in college, and also transition to the pros, especially in 2022. Like you were on one, that's for sure.
Well, appreciate you.
What was like the most valuable lesson that you learned through college with Jimbo Fisher?
I would have to say see a little, see a lot, see nothing. That was, what I'm saying? When you see too much, it opens up all the good and the bad, you know what I mean? But when you keep right on that straight line, you keep your mind task on one thing, you can do anything.
Who was your most influential coach in college? Was it Jimbo?
No, it was Terry Price. Rest in peace.
Okay.
Yes,
that was your defensive line coach?
Yes, sirski.
Damn, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So I would say I wanted to go here. So I've read before that you've described yourself as disruptive and intelligent on the field. So how do you balance instinct with preparation when you're facing a different offensive scheme each week?
I mean, shoot, you gotta sit there in the film room. It all starts with the film, and throughout the week, you just practice on what moves you want to do, what exactly, like what I'm saying. You don't want to go into the game just hitting 30 different moves. Like you be in practice, you practice two, three, maybe even four moves, just depending on if it's inside or outside, and you keep those right there, and you stick to that plan, and truly, everything is up to you. You know what I'm saying? You don't only can't win if you don't do what you need to do.
How was it lining up with Cameron Hayward and TJ Watt?
Rookie season. You want me to start a rookie season? No, that's the real question.
Rookie.
Rookie season. Cam is crazy strong, stronger than an ox. Like, and he's intelligent and he's patient. He he likes to sit there. He waits. He'll have his hands on you. He'll wait, get off and make the tackle. Or shoot, he'll just bull straight through you with one arm. You just don't know what hit you. Then TJ knocking them arms down is unbelievable. The way he bends that corner, and just even when he gets his hands up. Like I remember my first game when we played against Cincinnati. That game was crazy. I'm talking about I'm on the other side of the field from TJ. Next thing you know, we supposed to be running the game inside. We got a nut game. I'm going around. Next thing you know, he got the ball in his hands, right, with the offensive lineman right in front of him. So it's just always they just stay on task. They don't do nothing mystical. They stay to what they need to do and they do it.
Where do I want to go from here?
Well, let's go back. I want to go back to like your college days and everything. Like, was Texas A&M your first choice? Like, were you
Nah,
dead
yeah,
set on
Texas
going there, or
A&M
were
was
there
my
other?
first choice. Since day one, Texas A&M was my first choice. Don't get me wrong, I wish I was able to go and go to official visits on Georgia, what I'm saying, Clemson,
Yeah.
but Texas A&M was right there next to home, and I wanted to be next to home. And shoot, the coach Terry Price himself, just had me like believe that 3 years and out we could do it.
Was there any like inkling of, man, maybe I might go here or I might go there, like just because of X, Y, and Z? Was there any other factors that played into your decision of going to Texas A&M outside of
It was
just being
just
home?
straight the
Or
school itself. It was the school itself.
how
Just Aggie alumni. Them dudes, we take care of each other. That's no doubt.
this is kind of a random question that just popped in my head. Is Johnny Manziel still a legend down there?
For sure.
Like, is that still his?
For
Is that is like?
sure.
Is that still
What?
his stadium?
That is still his domain.
Really?
That is still his
I was
domain.
a
As soon
Johnny
as he
Manziel guy.
steps into the building, it's is that Johnny Football? Like they don't even call him Johnny Manziel. It's Johnny
that's
Football.
crazy.
That's just his name.
It's just his name. It was
Wow.
like I ended up having a signing at Aggieland Outfitters, probably my sophomore junior year. And he walked in and he had his own sign in there too. I kid you not, everybody went from my table to straight to his. And I mean, I ain't got no problem with this. It's Johnny Football once again. But it's crazy how much love that he gets from everybody in College Station. And truly, I get the same type of love. So it's just College Station just loves all of us, takes in them, treats us right.
What's the atmosphere like around there? Like if you're like a star football player in Aggie land.
Not peace and quiet.
Nah. Yeah, because it's
Nah,
funny because
not
like
peace and quiet.
when I think about the whole Johnny story of how it started, I was a huge Johnny Manziel fan, Johnny football
Yeah,
fan, excuse me. And it's just like he took over college football.
completely.
And then obviously, personal stuff got in the way. But I mean, I don't really like to speak on that because
Yeah.
it was messed up, to be honest. But and then he went to Cleveland and
Yeah.
all that stuff happened. But
Yeah. So okay. So walk me through this, right? So you had a lot of hype coming out of Texas A&M. Like there were some signs of maybe a first round draft pick, second round, high second round, but you went into the third round. So walk me through the draft experience. Like the first day, round one, you didn't get picked. What was your mindset on day two? And what was the experience like for you? And who were you with?
I was just straight with family. Everybody I grew up with, what I'm saying, my closest family members, that's who all I invited there. And we sat there, first round happened. I didn't get chose. It was just like, God has a plan and we can go with it. And so we just sat there and we just took straight to the chin and just kept it pushing.
Did that motivate you even more?
No, for sure, definitely did. And it's just at the end of the day, I still got some get back to be given.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like coming off an
still,
injury from last year. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that you're eager to get back on the field and show what you
no
could do.
doubt, no
You know what I
doubt.
mean?
Where did
So,
you think you were going?
yeah, I wanted to ask that too.
I
Like,
knew I
was
was coming to
there
Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. So even during the draft process, when you were meeting
Like
with
I
the
had
team,
when the out of all the visits and talks the after pro day that I had, after I had a meeting with Coach Dunbar, I had good feeling with, you know what I'm saying, when we sat there on that table and had dinner, I was like, yeah, something about this just feels different than all the rest of them. So I just stuck with that fit, no matter if it was in the first, second, or third round. We need a QB, so we got Kenny Pickett. Makes sense to me. I don't
yeah,
see, I don't make the decisions, and
and he
that's,
went to Pitt. So I mean, it kind of fell in their lap. It just didn't
you know
work
what I
out.
mean? Fell straight in the lap. And so, I knew from anytime it was going to be Pittsburgh or it was probably going to be somewhere Arizona or something.
Now, DeMarvin, do you think like politics had any part in your where you were selected in the draft? Because we talked with Spencer last week, and he said he was real big into politics. He said politics play a big role in football, especially where people are drafted and the
Oh,
narratives and
definitely.
stuff like that. Now, did that play a role with you?
Nah, definitely politics plays its roles. And, I had a little incident that ended up happening, and shoot, hey, I just took, like I said, I took that to the chin, and we just stuck with what God had planned for us.
You just learn from it, right? You just move
Yeah,
on.
just keep
Tomorrow's a new
pushing,
day. You just keep pushing.
just keep working,
How
keep
was
pushing.
uh how was the adjustment to the weather?
Oh, that was, can I cuss on here?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
absolutely.
You can say
That
whatever
was
the fuck you
shit. That
want.
was shit. That was definitely shit. I mean, my first snowstorm was terrible. I was sitting there, he had a heater outside. Mike T saw me right there. Only rookie right there in front of the heater. Because everybody else is used to the snow. You
Yep.
got Cal that's from Memphis, you got GP that's from Georgia, Kenny Pickett that's already been around here all the freaking time. You know what I mean? So me,
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's from straight down south, San Antonio, Texas. And I kid you not, he told me to get from in front of that heater and get used to this goddamn code.
Yeah, I know. Well, they were crushing Mike McDaniel when he was in for shivering on the sideline in Kansas City.
Well, look, I'm telling you, you gotta get used to that in practice. Then games get a lot easier.
Do they really? So like you
Nah,
actually
yeah,
do like adjust and get used to that cold.
Is there like, do you wear like
yeah.
different layers? Is there like layers
I
that you
got like 5 different layers of like just straight jackets, tights, whatever I can find. If I got a ski mask, if I can wear 2 of them underneath the helmet, I'm wearing 2 of them.
Our boy went to a game in Pittsburgh. I think it was a playoff game. I don't remember, but he said that he never felt cold like that in his life.
Never.
I was in
That's
Green Bay.
cold.
I went to a game in Green Bay, and that was cold too. I mean, that was the coldest I've ever felt. But he said
Yeah,
that Pittsburgh. He was with me in Wisconsin, but he
yeah.
told me that Pittsburgh. There was no comparison in like the
Because we
level of
also got it like that open stadium. We were right there by the water. And so when that wind picks up, oh yeah, you're feeling every bit of that.
So going back to Mike T, I did want to talk about him.
Oh
How
God.
is it with him? Because I know everybody says he's a player's coach, but I feel like he's a player's coach, yeah, but I feel like he's hard on his players. Like
No, it
just in his
definitely is, but
interviews and everything, he
it's
don't
almost
seem like he
like
takes no shit.
nah, yeah, but it's almost like he's being hard on his sons. It's not even like oh, I don't like him. Like,
Not
nah,
ignorant.
it's
it's tough
how
love?
how can I get you to give me your best? How can I help not just the player in you, but how can I help the man? So that's his way, the way he leads us. You know what I'm saying? He's caring about us men. He's not trying to sit there and just get, you know what I'm saying, somebody to just, catch 3, 4, 5, 6 passes a game or have 5 different sacks. Like, no, like he wants everybody to be, he wants A players to play like A players.
I just lost my train of thought where I was going with that. Do you have something to go
Yeah,
on?
I do. Absolutely. I have a lot to say. So you had a neck injury that held you out last year.
Yeah,
How are you feeling mentally and physically entering this season coming up?
it's a redemption year. Like
I like that.
it's straight redemption year. I mean, and it's not even to anybody else but myself because I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of. And so it's just time to just go ahead and just explode and let it all flow.
So, like, when you're watching tape on your opponent, what are you watching? Are you watching yourself? Are you watching the opponent and what they're doing schematically? Like, how do you break down film?
Basically, I just want to know. So basically, I've seen TJ watch film, and what he does, he just sits there and pays attention to the man he's going against. And
Hmm.
I do the same exact thing. I want to know exactly down to the detail, if you're first string, second string, third string, exactly what your tendencies are. I want to know exactly like on a run play, if you're going to have, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to be moving around, you know what I'm saying, lateral, or if you're going to be coming straight at me, or, you know what I'm saying, just on a pass rush. Like, what do you like to do? Like, when I'm pass rushing, you like to throw one arm, you like to do a little crab hook, like, or do you just want to throw both your whole body at me? Like, I pay attention to all of that. And, you know, sometimes it's a longer process depending on the player. And sometimes it's an easy process because some people give it away automatically. Some people
Yeah, like,
just
do
have a
you
good
watch
way. Yeah, the
do you watch like
vets are
certain
really the
splits and
ones that
everything? And
like get the hide, that knows how to hide, you know what I'm saying, their tendencies, and
Mhm.
they mix it up every play. Like, definitely, yeah, I would say Trent Williams, yeah, he mixed that up every time. He'll give you like four different sets. Sometimes he'll throw one arm, next thing you know, he'll try to slap your arms down. So he'll give you what, like, he gives you multiple things. And so guys like that, you just gotta sit there and, you know what I'm saying, play that game with them sometimes.
That's interesting because when I asked Spencer that question, he said he watches himself more than the opponent. So then now what you're telling me is you watch your opponents, what they're doing, like, how they're split up, how they're set up, what they're doing. Like, that's interesting. Like,
Nah,
what's the
yeah.
like what is like the is that the one thing you pick up is just like tendencies, like teams tendencies?
Yeah, most definitely. What
And
do
see
they
the
like to
pattern?
do? They like to run more? Do they like to pass? Like, you know what I'm saying? Most teams you have, you think about it like, especially if it's like 3rd and 3, you think like, yeah, oh yeah, they're about to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's third down. They ain't got no that much of a chance. But teams like, you know, Cleveland, they gonna run that thing. Teams like sheesh, the Eagles, they definitely gonna run that thing. So
We
you know
know
what I mean?
that.
So, you know, it's just there's a lot of different tendencies. Like Chiefs, they're gonna throw it.
Yeah.
No doubt. So when you're watching, your tape and everything, what is one thing that you would like to improve on this season?
That was literally my next question. What
Consistency. I
area?
just want to be more consistent all around. Give it I want to be first down through third down, fourth down if I need to be. And I just want to be able to be consistent all around the board and just give people hell
I like that.
every
Hey,
freaking play.
DeMarvin, I gotta be honest with you, man. You've had your hands on the ball. Pause. You've had your hands on the ball too many times to not get a pick yet, man. It's coming this year. That's
No,
coming, bro. You had two of them
I,
picks on Josh Allen, bro. And what's up?
my goodness. I know it. I know it. Shit
Are
ain't
you thinking about
mystical, and
that?
I promise you, I'm always thinking about those. It was multiple games, like even the game versus the Patriots. Like I had the ball completely in my
Yeah,
hand, threw it
you
straight down.
This is the year you're going to get a pick, though, man. I feel
I
it. Like I
promise
said,
you.
like when I watch you on tape, bro, like your lateral quickness, your ability to get into the throwing lanes and be disruptive, getting your hands in the air, like that is like the prototypical defensive lineman right there. That's exactly what Pittsburgh prides himself on. Like you're perfect for that team. I gotta be honest with you. The way you play inside and out, your lateral quickness, it's really unbelievable. I'm looking forward to watching you this year for sure,
I
man.
appreciate that.
They have you
I
playing
don't
more
give me
linebacker,
also.
right?
Yeah, I did at one point for sure.
They had you on the outside, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I was reading earlier, and speaking, going off of Nick of what they were saying about your versatility, that you were mainly on the line, and then when you got to Pittsburgh, you were not pushed, but you were playing all over the place.
No, yeah, they definitely gave me multiple chances to go ahead and show that.
I was just gonna say, was that by design, or were they just trying to find ways to get you onto the field, and you were
Yeah,
the,
you
I
know,
mean,
just
you were the one that could
finding
do
ways to get me on the field and seeing just how versatile I can be.
it. Now, who's like the hardest offensive coordinator to go against? Like, is there somebody that schemes that offensive line just differently
Man,
to where it's a lot bigger of a challenge to get home?
sheesh. You know what? I would have to say that Colts offensive line is actually pretty good, but then on the edges, the tackles, they make sure that you can't just get to the QB every single
You said the
play.
Colts?
Yeah, the coach,
Wow.
because they're more focused on Cam. They're more
Yeah.
focused on that one-on-one battle between him and the guard. You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
like they do everything that they need to try to shut that down. And once they get that going, once they try to get that battle rolling, that's when guys on the outside starts just scheming up the field and getting whatever they want.
We
If,
asked
if
Spencer this. What's your favorite stadium to play in, and what's the loudest you've ever been in?
oof, sheesh, shoot, terrible towels. They, you know what I'm saying? The Renegade.
At home.
They do their thing at home. And it's so crazy because like coming from Texas A&M to down here in Pittsburgh with the Steelers, it's not that much of a difference.
In the stadium,
Everybody
in terms of being in the stadium?
and just being in the stadium and the energy, that culture between these two places are very similar when it comes to the diehard fans and just how serious game days are. And nobody sits down. If you're sitting down, then you're not doing something right. Just like if you forget your terrible towel, you're not doing something right.
And is it like that from the minute you walk out on the field?
The minute you walk out, like you can just be standing outside waiting, you know what I mean? Just like in the tunnel, just waiting to get called to be able to go on the field. No, you gonna feel that every single time. Even when you're walking through the tunnel, we have a little place where you can eat at in the inside. Everybody be standing up against the windows, against the rails, like all the way going outside to the stands.
Like it's a grand entrance when you walk into that
Nah,
field,
it definitely is. It completely is.
like a gladiator type of vibe, right? Like you're walking into war.
No doubt. No doubt.
That is fucking awesome, yo. So like, what's that like? Walking out of that, like running out of that tunnel, man.
That
Like,
feeling.
what is that feeling, bro? Like seeing all these fucking fans cheering, going crazy, the
It's
fucking smoke's in the air, the fucking fireworks are going off. Like, what is that? What is that experience like?
honestly, it's unbelievable. And truly, you be thinking like, damn, like, am I tripping right now? Is this lit? Like, I want to be lit right now. I want to sit there and just look around, but you can't because you got to get rolling.
Yeah.
So it's a crazy
Nah,
adrenaline rush, basically.
nah, it's a complete adrenaline rush.
So
We're not even gonna talk about the inside the locker room beforehand, like them TJ Watt pregame talks. Yeah,
Does Mike T talk before the game, or is it players?
most definitely. He talks. Mike T always gonna do his thing. He always gonna make sure we hear him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna lead us no matter what. So he sit there, he say his little due diligence, and then he let whoever else go ahead, and
And is it
then we
mainly
start
TJ,
rolling.
or
It's, it,
random people? Not
it's
random,
been
but like,
TJ, it's been Cam, it was Najee at one point, but them TJ's talks go crazy every single time. It
is
gets
he
you
the
ready
biggest
for
dog on the
war.
defense?
I would say yes.
is
I
it
would
better
say
than Jameis
yes.
Winston type?
It's way better. James Winston be this like I respect bro because he be saying like beyond like he don't be saying the craziest things, but you be still be like, yo, like I feel that. Like I feel
Yeah,
that,
you're
Yeah,
like
bro.
locked the fuck in. Like
it's so
you're buying
true.
into what he's
Nah,
saying, but
yeah.
it's wild. Yeah.
No, you're
But
buying into what he's
TJ
saying.
makes you want to go kill somebody.
It's funny
Like,
what you just said about Jameis, because it's serious, because he really does, like, he gets you so like indulged into him and you feel him, but it's kind of like, I don't really know what the fuck he's talking about.
nah, like you don't know if you should laugh or what. Like, and me, I ain't never personally met bro either. So it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, from the videos that I've seen, it's like I don't know if I should laugh or what, but I know TJ. If you want to compare it to TJ's, oh yeah, TJ's is way crazier.
Who is
It's
the biggest shit talker on the team?
shit, Cam.
Really? And now does it get that? Now, how is it like in the trenches? Is there a lot being said?
Nah, honestly, it ain't nothing being said at all. It's like straight just silence and eyes. Like you looking at everybody's eyes, motherfuckers is ready to go.
No matter what.
Everybody's ready. Yeah, like it's high five, you know what I'm saying? Handshakes here and there. But then as soon as you done doing that, you turn around, it's like you can feel locked in.
Hey, DeMarvin, you're playing Cincinnati, Cleveland, or Baltimore. You're in Pittsburgh. Fourth quarter is about to begin. You hear Renegade.
Mhm.
What is the emotions like? What's the stadium like? What's the team like? What is
Oh,
everybody's energy?
that adrenaline pump that we was talking about walking in, it's like the whole thing just restarted. That whole like it's like the meter went all the way up, and then you know what I'm saying, it was starting to go down, and that film breaks the scale. Everybody's right back into 100% energized. Everybody's jumping again. You got somebody on the sidelines dang near about to fall out the stands every single time. Like it's wild. You see the
Are,
yellow towels going.
are the fans respectful?
I mean, they're respectful to us.
Yeah, so that's what I was touching on, because I know in Philly, I know it gets crazy, and I said this a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, that the nicest fans I ever met were in Green Bay, and that there was no disrespectful things when we were chanting for the Eagles or
Yeah.
anything like that. There was nothing like that. But I know it's a lot different in Philly, and I was curious about that in Pittsburgh. Like, I'm sure too, when you go to visiting stadiums, like, you probably hear crazy shit.
Nah, I definitely have heard some crazy shit for sure.
Who's the one team you guys look forward to playing every year? Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati, obviously the division games. Like,
Honestly, all of them,
okay.
all of them games, like
They're just
it's
different.
it's each one of them, like each one of them has their own like historical moment
Mhm.
that is like you just want to be part of it. Like you just want to be part of that moment. You want to be part of, you know what I'm saying, this game that day.
I respect that. I like that. That's good. That's a good answer. I mean, because if you think about it, you have to be up for every game. So, like, I get that. But, like,
Nah, yeah, but with Pittsburgh, you gotta think about it. Like, you know, every like it's almost every team we have like a historical, you know what I'm saying, have had a historical game with. And it's, you know, it doesn't even have to be us, you know what I'm saying? It could have been 12, 20 years back, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna be told about it, educated about it, and then, you know what I'm saying, now it's our time to be part of this and lead out our own history, lay out our own history.
I want to talk about a teammate of yours. I mentioned them before the show. I want to talk about George Pickens a little bit,
Yes,
because
sir.
I feel like George Pickens has a bad rap. As I mentioned before, we had a crazy reel going where I made a comment that I said I thought that on pure talent that George Pickens was closer to top 5 than he was top 10.
No doubt.
Is George Pickens misunderstood, and does he have a bad rap from the media? Because he did
I
do an
think
interview on First Things First, I believe it was, and the way that the media portrays him and the way that his public perception was not how
mhm,
he was on that interview.
yeah. Say George is very misunderstood. This is damn near my locker buddy. You feel me? So it's like you hear, you see, and you hear everything. But I just think, bro, he's emotional about everything. You know what I'm saying? He hate to lose. He loves to win. He loves to get the freaking ball. You know what I'm saying? Like he loves to make people look stupid in the process.
Does he
And
talk
so,
on the
huh?
field? Is
Of
he a talker on the
course.
field?
For sure,
I feel like
for
when you
sure.
have the
He
skills that
wants
he
to get
has,
into your head though. Like he wants to like play around with you. Like it only makes him better at the end of the day. That's the
and he
funnier thing
thrives
about it.
off of that.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like you got him and Joey going at it in practice. Like they was already talking mess to each other before practice even started, you feel me? And then you get in practice and them two going at it all practice long. You know, iron sharpens iron. And you know what I'm saying? When he's in the game, he just wants you to give him completely your best so he can outdo you.
Who's a good quarterback that would be excellent for George in Pittsburgh? Talk
Look,
about it. Talk about
anybody
it, King.
that can sit there and give that man the ball and place it wherever it needs to be placed and be consistent with it.
Yeah, but there's a quarterback out there that's got to give him the ball, right? Like who's available that can give him the football?
I mean, we can go ahead. Look, Aaron, come on, dog.
Give your
Like,
pitch to Aaron Rodgers right now on the show to come to Pittsburgh Steelers. Give your pitch to Aaron Rodgers. I want to hear it on the show.
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna go to a silent retreat, but I will say is we is here to work, and we is on a whole nother level. We only want to win a Super Bowl. That's all we trying to do. I'll go on a silent retreat just for the fun of it.
Yo,
But
I
I
just
ain't gonna
understood when you
recruit
were saying
nobody
that.
by saying I'm gonna go to the silent retreat.
I didn't understand that at first, but it just
I did.
registered
I
with
knew
me.
exactly what he was talking about,
I just
bro.
got it, bro. I just got it. I would do
Nah,
one on
but-
silent retreat. It sounded funny, except when he said he tripped over the bathtub.
Yeah, see, I can't do that.
But like,
It's too big.
but Demarvin, how does that work, right? Like, so say you guys acquire an Aaron Rodgers, and obviously the cachet that he brings, the respect that he's going to bring in the locker room, and everything. But how do you proclaim him a leader of the team if he hasn't been there that long? You know what I mean? Like if
It's all
Aaron
about
Rodgers
his
walks
ne-
into the building, he's
Right.
automatically going to be one of the leaders.
No doubt.
But how do you get to where you're like, yo, that's my quarterback? Like, even though I didn't know him for a long time, that's my
Training
quarterback.
camp.
I'm willing to die for him. I'm willing to go to bat for him. What does it take to get there in that respect level?
I mean, training camp. I mean, that's when we all get together. That's when we all, you know what I'm saying, get to know who he is, who we are. And so I feel like training camp tells a lot. And we be sitting there out there in Latrobe, and them dorms, it get crazy. You know what I mean? Like every single day, each day is gonna be different. And you know what I'm saying? Most of the times, you know what I'm saying, you have guys like Justin. Justin came in,
Mhm.
he did his thing. He stayed poised the whole time. He sat there and worked the whole time. You know what I'm saying? He sat there and encouraged the guys, and he competed as well in the process. So it's like that's all it is. That's all Pittsburgh is right there. We're gonna sit there, we're gonna compete against each other, we're gonna sharpen each other's iron, and we're gonna get the best out of each other.
Okay.
Who's your homie on the team? My bad.
Good.
I was gonna say, who's like your homeboy on the team?
My homeboy on the team, we got Keanu Bennett, Nick Hurd, we got Alex Highsmith, and we got
He's a beast.
Montravius Adams for sure. Big Cam.
Yo, Alex
my
Highsmith
dogs.
is a fucking beast, bro.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who you were talking
Yeah,
about.
What?
I'm a fan of
Don't
him,
get
bro.
hit with that 2-pick either. You ain't feel
He's a
crazy the
beast.
next day.
Bro, he's a beast. Alex Highsmith can play ball. That
No
dude's a
doubt.
beast.
No
Yeah, I'm a
doubt.
fan of him. I'm a big fan
Yo,
of him.
does Mike Tomlin treat everybody the same, or is he harder on certain guys? Like, how's his emotional intelligence from player to player, or does he look at
It's-
everything black and white?
It's almost like it's black and white. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like he'll talk mess to you, but then he also expects you to, like, you know what I'm saying, show him something back, you know, show him some grit, show him what you got, you know what I'm saying? Like he want to know that you a dog, but he want to keep you to the point where it's like not even like it's on command, like it's just on go. So he treats everybody. He just want everybody to sit there and be the best of ourselves. And it doesn't matter where you come from with him. You can come from the side of the street as long as you can be an A player and be consistent and do your job. Because shit ain't mystical. You can, anybody can do this. And you know what I'm saying? Anybody, you just gotta believe in yourself and keep
Like
going.
Coach Boone from Remember the Titans.
Mhm.
Come to work.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
That's his whole method. Come to work.
But it's crazy because, like, what makes me so frustrated about the Pittsburgh Steelers itself is that I think you guys have an awesome defense where you guys can literally go to Kansas City, shut them down, hold them under a certain amount of points. But you just need that quarterback, bro. Like, if you
Yeah.
don't have that quarterback, you can't get Pickens involved. You can't get Jalen Warren involved, which I think Jalen Warren is fucking awesome. I just don't think he's involved enough. I thought he needs to be involved more. You got Pat Fryermuth, who I think is excellent. Like, you have weapons on the offensive side of the ball. It's like, why can't you guys just find that quarterback? It's been a while since Big Ben, and we're just as fans, we're waiting around. Like, yo, Pittsburgh's got a legit defense. It's just their offense is holding them back. Like, can you speak on that?
We getting it together. That's all I can say is we getting it together. We want
Okay.
to win a Super Bowl, and we got one mind. We got one goal in mind. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be good all around and we're gonna be successful.
Demarvin, I gotta be honest with you though, bro. If you guys had a top quarterback, if you guys had a quarterback that can go in there and sling the fucking rock and you guys run the ball the way you guys run the ball with that defense, I think
Scary.
you guys had the capability to go to Kansas City, beat them in Arrowhead. That's how much I
Scary.
believe in your defense and the whole Pittsburgh culture. Like Mike T
As
is a
you
good ass
should.
coach, but the last decade he hasn't really won a playoff game because he hasn't had that quarterback. You
It's
got to get a
all about the
quarterback, us.
QB. It's all about the QB. And when I tell you the right QB gonna come in a little bit, it definitely should happen.
Well, if you think about it too, going just piggybacking off of that, last year, right when Russ and George started going off, I
That
said,
little
I was
4
like,
or
right
5
now,
game streak went
that
crazy.
stretch where Russ started looking a little bit like he did in early Seattle, where he was throwing the deep ball. Mike Williams just came over. Mike Williams was involved a little bit. You were running the ball well. I actually said, like, I thought that during that stretch, like the Steelers were the favorites for me.
No doubt.
I really did that. And then obviously, you know, the last, I think it was 6-7 games of the season, including the playoffs, the offense just couldn't score. That's really I mean, and that was like, unfortunately, that was like what sank the season. It was just the offense went stagnant and there was nothing you could do. I mean, you know, that's kind of, it's tough because it really is all predicated on the quarterback.
Yeah, and it's just, I think it's just a matter of not just coming to the offense and, you know what I'm saying, being able to do, you know what I'm saying, your job, but it's being able to drive those guys, you know what I'm saying, like make sure those guys is good, control them, make sure that they, you know what I'm saying, doing everything that they need to be doing on the field. Because honestly, it's like, it's there. It's been there the last couple of years. It's just, I don't even know how to explain it. Truly, it's just at one point it just the fire go down a little bit.
Now, losing Harris to the Chargers, how do you think that's going to be received? Like, do you feel that Warren could step in and fill that role completely?
I think Warren gonna run through a whole bunch of people's faces.
Because
I'm the biggest fan of Jalen Warren, bro.
There, bro.
That's my dog, bro. He's a beast.
He's been on Jalen Warren for years.
And the way he hits the hole is crazy every single time, even in practice. Bro, we going crazy.
So no drop off.
Nah, I don't see it.
I think Jalen Warren is 1,000-yard rusher easy.
He might not be that tall as Najee, but he definitely running in your chest just like Najee.
He's a hard runner, quick as fuck.
He's good catching,
very good vision.
You do not want to see him in the flats. You do not want to see him in the flat, catching the ball in the flat. That's like his territory.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of kind of like an Eckler, but like a better runner between the tackles.
Okay.
He does. He has the catchability, like everything he could do in the passing game is kind of like Austin Eckler. That's how I look at Jalen Warren when I'm watching him. I get so frustrated to not see him on the field, bro. It's crazy, dude. Like he's just too talented for him to not to be out there, at least with Najee and him. Like they had to be a tandem. But going into next year though, man, like your boy Russ just went to the Giants. What's your thoughts on that?
Sir. Hey, congratulations to him. You know what I mean? You know, most people don't can't, like, how many years is this?
He came to 2012?
2012, yeah, because it was right after
2012.
Yeah, he took Matt Flynn's
So he's been in the league for what, 14 years, 13 years?
Yeah, he's doing it at the highest level, and he's doing it very good. Very poised, and he's very humble.
I do feel bad a little bit for Russ because, like, we've been a part of it too, piling on him when everything happened in Denver. But I feel like there is a lot of discourse out there that people really do forget how good Russell Wilson was in Seattle. Like, he was an 800-yard rusher, a 4,000-yard passer. I know he had a great run game and the defense was good, but like Russell Wilson was that dude for a nice period of time. Like, I remember at one point I was the one saying that in the clutch moments, I would have taken Russell Wilson over Aaron Rodgers. Back in 2014 and 15 and 16, I was arguing that because I always said, like, Aaron Rodgers just, he didn't show up a lot in the playoffs. Like his resume is great, but there is when you are that talented, there's a lot left to be desired in that resume that just doesn't add up to what his talent is.
I hear you. And
hey, wait,
truly,
DeMar,
it's
you played? Did you play against Brady?
I got injured the game right before Brady.
Oh, damn.
I remember you guys played them in 2022, but I thought that you might have had some experience playing with Brady, man. I wanted to ask.
I got injured. What was that? Bills game? I tore my lateral meniscus on that one. That game.
Who's your GOAT quarterback?
Who's my GOAT QB wise? It has to be Brady.
Okay.
It has to be Brady. Just
who's your top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now?
Top 5 QBs in the league
order.
Right.
In order too, yeah.
In order?
Yeah, we gotta do this.
Geez.
Yeah, we got
I don't
to
even
hold
like
your feet to
these
the fire,
QBs
bro.
like that. I don't like these QBs like that, truly. Nah, but I gotta give. I ain't even gonna do it in order. I can't do it in order.
I cut you a little bit of slack there.
I think I know why, but it's okay.
All I have to say is I got Jameson Winston, just because his mentality, things like even just the way he took Cleveland, you know what I'm saying, put him on his back for a little bit, and just to drive that team after Deshaun Watson got injured. I felt with that. Second, I might have to say Aaron Rodgers.
I like that.
I think Demarvin knows something that we don't know, but that's the kind of vibe I'm getting, man.
Third,
I'm here for it. I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it, fam. Yeah, I'm here for this shit, man.
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing.
Number 3? Who's number 3?
Number 3, I'm gonna have to go with Russell Wilson.
This is awesome, man. I like this. He's sticking to his guns here.
Yeah, I like it too. Keep going.
You know what? I don't know who number 4 is or number 5. I really don't. Can I plead
Would
the
you
fifth
rather
on
face?
those 2?
What happened?
Can I plead the 5th on those 2?
You could plead the 5th, but I'm gonna call cap on the first 3.
Look,
I'm gonna call cap on the first 3, bro.
Look,
Jameis is not top 5. Aaron Rodgers is not top 5.
I didn't say I said mental.
Oh,
when
okay.
I see QBs, I don't see just wins and losses. I see the mental part of them. You know what I mean? So
Totally
if you ask me who you think the top 5 QBs are, I'm going straight off of their mental.
Okay, that's your criteria.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's fair.
Who has a better 2025 season, Russell Wilson or Justin Fields? Can't plead the 5th on this one.
Yeah, ain't no pleading the 5th on this one, dog.
You can plead. You can plead facts.
Sheesh. Can I ask y'all a question then?
Sure.
Yeah.
Who's gonna have more receiving yards, Garrett Wilson or Neighbors?
Neighbors.
I would say Neighbors.
All right, then we gotta go, Russ.
Yeah, we got to. Well, I don't know. I don't know who's going to be starting there. You think? Actually, that's a good question. Who do you think starts between Winston and Russ?
Russ. $21 million. He's starting, bro.
What did Jameis get?
2 years, $8 million.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. All right, never mind.
Russ is the guy there for 1 year.
Unless they just draft a QB out of nowhere. I mean,
they probably will.
That would be the crazy thing, but
I think Malik Neighbors is
crazy.
I think he's that dude.
Crazy. He came into Pittsburgh trying to do his thing too.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors he's a dog. Like it's weird though, because like with the Giants, to touch on this real quick, like I actually thought they were going to pick Shador, but now I'm kind of looking at it and I don't really see it, because it's like you have Russ. And I get it. He would be a great vet for in front of Shador.
Absolutely.
But it's like, what do you do with Jameis then? Like, you just gave him $8 million for no reason. Like, I don't think Shador's going to go in there and be the 3rd string quarterback.
I don't think so either. But
I think first of all, I think he's too good for that, to be honest.
He's too good for that, just to walk in and be number 3 in the building.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, that's just,
there's no way.
So to be continued on that one.
So Russell Wilson, like you played with him last year, obviously, like
Yep.
there's a whole narrative about him, but like, can you talk about his leadership? Like, what makes Russ Russ? And do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
I think Russ is definitely a Hall of Famer just
Okay.
because of the fact that how he carries himself. And when I tell you he came in, you know what I'm saying, he looked everybody in their eyes. And this is just, you know what I'm saying, going out and running. Like even like when we did our little conditioning test, he didn't want to be separated just because of who he is and how long he's been in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be right along with the guys. And he did everything that he needed to do. Even when he, you know what I'm saying, had a little, what was it, a calf strain, he still sat there with everybody every single day, came outside, was making sure everybody was cheering everybody on, you know what I'm saying, just driving everybody, offense and defense.
So he was very involved with the team. Like he actually
Most
had a
definitely.
leadership role.
Most definitely.
Which is interesting because, like, in his days with Seattle, there was reports that he had his own office. He was separated from the team. So it's like to hear that side of Russ with Pittsburgh is like a whole different world. You know what I mean? Like, how do you go from
Mhm.
that to that? Like, was it really that humbling in Denver to where
I
he had
just
to get
think
back
that
to?
it
You know what I mean?
was. I just think Mike T and him came together and they set out a plan and he just tried to accomplish it and that was it.
Yeah.
Because Mike T, he gonna come to you. He's gonna try to set out a plan with you, and he's gonna let you do your thing.
Yeah, no doubt. I think you guys this year, the way you guys are setting up in the off season, like I'm loving every move. Like with Slay and DK. Like I know you said you're in Pittsburgh right now. What was the energy like and the buzz around the city when DK trade was announced?
Oh, I mean, shoot. Everybody was just sitting there like, oh, who's the QB? Who's the QB? Who's the
Mhm.
QB? But
Yeah,
DK and GP 1 and 2, 1 and 1, whatever you would like to call them. To me, you know what I'm saying? These is two wide receiver ones that's gonna be either on the same side or opposite sides of the field. And that itself is scary.
That's my
Cause
point on the Steelers.
even on the run, even in the run game, like yeah.
That's what
Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm not happy that they took away the crackback rule. That would be so nice to see.
And that's what goes with the Steelers because you have the defense, you have Jalen Warren now, and Kenny Gainwell, who they added. I forgot about that. And Kenny Gainwell is a decent running back.
yeah.
Like, he's not trash, but I mean, he's not the best in the world, but he's not trash. But then you have those two guys out there, and then you have Freiermuth who could eat up the entire middle because you're going to have to worry about those two out there. It's just a quarterback. I mean, it really is. Like that team is like
a quarterback away.
the epitome
Yeah.
of a quarterback away.
Agreed.
Just getting DK made our offense completely stacked.
Absolutely, because you can't double Pickens anymore.
At all.
You can't double him. So what can you do? Like to me, it's like what
And
I'm looking
if
at
you
with
try to
Pittsburgh.
double both of them, you got Pat right in the middle, and you got Calvin Austin.
Right.
I forgot about Calvin Austin.
He's good, bro.
Yeah.
Calvin Austin's going to be good in the slot.
Yeah, Calvin, like, yeah, them
Van
routes is
Jefferson
gone.
cooked last year, to be honest.
But like
Nah,
when
he's
you
definitely
bring,
good.
but when you guys bring in a DK Metcalf and you have a Pickens already on your team, like I'm looking at the Pittsburgh offenses, they're looking to play bully ball next year on offense, bully ball on offense and defense. Like that's the culture in Pittsburgh, though, man. Like that's where they got to get back to.
And like I said, it's gonna come down to how the QB walks into the building with how his mental is, because that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
And once he come in, whoever it may be, once he come in and he does his job, he does it. You know, I keep saying that because that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? A players gonna play like A players.
Yeah.
And
What number do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to wear?
way better. Sheesh, I mean, I know 8's open. Sheesh, wish I could get it.
What about 12? Is 12 open?
I'm trying to think.
Go back to his old roots.
I don't even know.
Number 8. Nah.
I don't think I've seen
I can't see Rodgers with number 8 anymore. I can't see Rodgers with 8 anymore, bro. But I think the Jets experience completely just is like in my mind. Like it sucks because I loved Aaron Rodgers. I think he was a top
Yeah.
5 quarterback of all time. But the Jets collapse, the whole collapse, like I just it threw me in for a loop. It did. It really did.
You want to know
can
my
see
thoughts
that.
on if Aaron Rodgers signs with the Steelers? I think it has the same exact trajectory of the Brett Favre. Brett Favre played in Green Bay. He went to the Jets. They were garbage. They said he was washed. He went to Minnesota, had that crazy year, got all the way, I think, to the NFC Championship game. Now, granted, he threw a pick to lose it, but he had an awesome year. I could see Aaron Rodgers plays his career with the Packers, goes to the Jets. They were trash, although he caught on at the end of the year, and he was coming off a major injury. And you saw the second half of the season, he started to get it together.
Most
And
definitely.
he goes to Pittsburgh with a team that is built. And I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but the Buccaneers were built when Tom Brady went there. The way the Steelers
most
are
definitely
built,
was.
if he can just play above average football, which I think he's capable of, I think the Steelers are something to there's something to be reckoned
I
with.
think an Aaron Rodgers and Mike T duo would be crazy.
Why is that?
that was my next question. Like, is it the cerebral aspect of it, or is it the personality?
I just think it's the personality. It's I'll wait to see if it happens. We'll get back to that one soon.
We'll have you back on when he signs. They said
Most
it's coming in a few
definitely.
days. They said it's coming in a few days.
Yeah.
Look,
Potentially.
I'm not saying my fingers is crossed on the other side of this phone.
Yeah.
It's not saying that they not crossed either.
What are you looking forward to most for next season?
Shoot, I'm just looking forward to getting back with the guys. You know, it's been a whole year since I sat there and, you know what I'm saying, actually been on the field with everybody. So I just can't wait to do that and just go crazy with everybody because, like I said, there's one goal in mind, and that's just winning the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Mike Tomlin's message all off season?
That's all it is.
It's all it's about.
That's all it's about. And just being destructive, being just,
It's the stairway to 7.
man.
That's been a slogan for a long ass time, dog.
It's been a slogan since
it's crazy because I was in high school when that slogan was out, yo. Like, and I'm 32, bro. Like, I heard that shit, Stairway to 7. I used to hear my best friend who we were talking
Stairway
about
to 7. Hey, yo, yeah, no, that's
old as hell, bro. You gotta update that shit,
yeah.
fam.
Look. All I'm gonna say is we're gonna do the whole 9 yards. We plan on doing the whole 9 yards, every single play, every single game, every single step of the way.
You're getting after.
I love it. He's ready. He's focused.
Getting after.
Focused.
Yeah. Who inspired you growing up? Was it like DeMarcus Ware? Like any former NFL pro?
Yeah, it was Ray Lewis, DeMarcus Ware. It was Cameron Jordan, J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt was Texas hero, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, facts.
Just having his brother right there is enough, you know what I'm saying? Because they're identical when it comes to, like, you watch TJ film and you watch JJ film. I've watched probably both over 1 million times. And you see the same steps, you see the same type of, you know what I'm saying, physicality, the same type of just, you know, awareness when it comes to when the ball's out or, you know what I'm saying, what a tackle is about to do. It's unbelievable.
So if you had to pick one defensive end on your team, right? You're a head coach. You had to pick one defensive end on your team, TJ or JJ. Who you taking?
I'm taking TJ.
You have to.
Why? Well, yeah, obviously it's a teammate, but like, is there a specific thing about his game that's different from JJ that's way better?
It's just the fact of like they're both, I would say they're both the same mentally, you know what I mean? But it's just TJ, he just watching him, how he, like, I don't know how JJ prepared, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get to watch all of that.
Yeah.
But watching how TJ prepares and just how he translates all of that into the game, like, you'll see one move in practice and he'll be doing it slow. And then next thing you know, it's getting faster and faster. Like, he sees it with great clarity.
Okay, so he really works on his mechanics and his footwork, and then It practice and practice, and he gets faster and faster. Okay, so it's consistency, being
Like
consistent, like you said
it's just
earlier.
being exactly, just being consistent with everything, and I've seen him be consistent 4 years, going on 4 years now. You know what I mean? So
Isn't the Steelers record when TJ Watt doesn't play like trash?
It's insane.
yeah,
I
that
think you
was
guys are
definitely
like
one
one
of
in like
those years.
1 in 10.
1 in 10.
The Pittsburgh
One
Steelers
in
have
10.
That's crazy.
the
Wait,
Pittsburgh
did you just
Steelers have
look that up?
yeah, I just and it
That's
said the Pittsburgh
crazy.
Steelers have a dismal 1 in 10 record in games played without TJ Watt.
It's them
And they're
pregame
28 and
talks.
7
I'm telling
with
you,
it.
them pregame talks be crazy.
So 28 and 7 with, 1 in 10 without. For a defensive lineman is crazy. Or I'm sorry, an outside linebacker, but that is crazy.
Which is crazy because, like, I think the craziest thing about all that is that how many times he's been robbed of Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
see, that's the thing
understand that.
though. To him, like, yeah, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, all right, cool. You don't want to give it to me? All right, bet. Watch this. I'm about to go snatch it this next year. Like, to me, it's getting very close to being undeniable.
I think it
Even
already is, to be
Me
honest.
too.
like,
I
I
think
think
you
he's
know what I
way
mean?
past
Like, it's like it's just completely undeniable at this point, and he's just gonna keep doing his thing, and I'll be right there with him.
Yeah, no, that's a teammate right there. Honestly, yeah, you're a soldier, bro. Straight up.
No doubt.
You're a Pittsburgh soldier, dude.
Hey,
Straight the
gotta
fuck up,
be
man. You ride and die for your team. Who is one offensive line? You're like, fuck, I can't get past this motherfucker. Who's a brick wall out there, if
Isaac,
any?
Big Isaac. I
Samalu?
mean, yes,
Okay.
Big
Wow.
Isaac. I'm
Really?
talking about as soon as he grabs you, he does a little As soon as he got you in his grasp, it's like, all right, leave me alone. Get away
Next
from
play.
me. Yeah, we ain't gonna have to just run this back next play.
I did not
So,
expect that answer.
I didn't expect it either.
Like,
I
at
gotta be
all.
real, bro.
nah, Isaac, when he grabs you, he got you. Like,
Mhm.
there's no doubt about that.
But who's the most technically sound offensive lineman you've ever went against?
Technically, so I gotta say Trent.
Okay.
Trent, yeah, when we played against the 49ers that year, it was like, yeah, you
Spence
definitely
said
had
he's
to. If you didn't play that game with him and you ain't try to mix it up on him like he mixed it up on you, it was not working. And I got him, like, you know what I'm saying, a couple times, but yeah, he definitely gave me a run for some money for sure.
Spence said that he is like an actual technician.
Nah, for sure. Like, when I tell you gotta watch him closely, like, he a big sneaky one. Like, he'll get you.
Yeah, he a big boy too. So I mean,
He'll get you.
I'm still like going back real fast. I can't believe you said Isaac Seumalo.
Nah, there's no joke about it either.
Well, when you said Isaac for a second, I paused because I'm like, I just never expected that. Like, that came right out of left field for me. So I was like,
Nah, yeah, like when I tell you, when Isaac got you, he got you. Like, you're
that's
done
awesome.
for.
That's awesome.
That is interesting. I did not expect that answer, man. I gotta be honest. That was okay. Fair.
Yeah. You got anything else for him?
I do. Do you have anything for us?
No, I don't.
You want to ask
actually.
us anything?
Oh, I got one real fast. Would you rather face Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen?
Shit.
Oof, I got to play against Lamar.
Oh, yeah, you see him twice a year.
Lamar. I know that, but Josh Allen, I feel like we seen twice a year.
Yeah, basically.
Either way, we gonna see once throughout the season, another time in the first round of the playoffs. Like,
Yep.
What kind of quarterback is fun to play against? Is it a guy like a Burrow or a guy like Lamar Jackson? Like, Lamar Jackson to me seems like a nightmare to play against because he runs all over the fucking place and he's fast as fuck. But Joe Burrow is a pocket quarterback, pocket passer, and he can sit in the pocket and he can run. He has a mobility, but he's more or less in the pocket. Who is more fun to play against?
you know, it's funny. is that you have to do more to stop guys like Lamar Jackson. So I feel like that's where it intrigues me at.
Hmm.
So I gotta say Lamar
Just
because
because of his
just
versatility.
yeah, just because of his versatility, then the way he been throwing the ball lately too, it's like he's gonna give you everything in one whole game. Like I love that, and Josh Allen too. He'll give you everything as well, but it's just something about playing against the Ravens that's just excites me.
Who should have been the MVP this year? Keep it a buck.
I
Keep it.
fifth. I pleaded fifth. I pleaded.
All right. So I'm guessing your answer would have been Lamar. That would have been what I would have thought. But because that was my MVP. And I'm a Josh Allen guy. I think Josh is better than Lamar.
Nah,
But
yeah,
to me,
Lamar definitely did his thing this
no
year.
doubt, bro.
He
Listen,
definitely did his thing this year.
DeMarvin, he had 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. And I came up here like for a couple of years and said
People
he
say he
wasn't there
couldn't
throwing the
throw.
ball. He
People
did his
say he
fucking
couldn't
thing, bro.
throw. Like, yeah, he did his thing all year long. Don't get me wrong, Josh Allen did too.
Mhm.
But this is something about Lamar.
Yeah,
I'm the same way. I'm the Lamar Jackson fan, so I'm in the same exact boat. I always thought he was always underrated as a passer. Like even in
No
his early
doubt.
days, I always thought that he was able to throw the ball. It was just a narrative surrounding him.
No, and it's just I don't get it because when bro get in that pocket and he sit there and he just let that ball loose however he wants, it gets to moving for sure.
yeah,
And
no
that
doubt
thing
about it.
come out the hands. It don't come out ugly. It come out pretty.
Yeah, no, he was on one this year. I mean, but again, I just think the MVP award is kind of broken to a degree because, like, I feel like last year Lamar didn't deserve to win MVP, even though he did win it. He had 24 touchdown passes, like, but then this year he had 41 touchdowns and 4 picks, and it was like he didn't win the award, and it just didn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It came down to like a more to me, I think he won last year, Lamar, because of the overall team success with the Ravens being the 1 seed. But like that's not an MVP to me. Like I think the MVP is the baddest motherfucker on the planet that year, period. Like
Yeah.
obviously winning plays a factor. You gotta win. But you also like your stats, like that, those stats are just so undeniable, man. Like 41 and 4 is crazy to me. But you know, I didn't expect you to answer that with Lamar. I mean, that's your competitor. I totally respect that and I get that. But like to wrap this up, DeMarvin, we appreciate your time and everything. But do you have any last words of encouragement for any kids out there that may, you know, probably watching this stream right now or come across it in the future?
All you gotta do is believe and manifest. Speak it into existence every single day. Because the tongue is powerful. Now, hold on. The tongue
Yeah, I
is
was gonna say
powerful.
super pause,
Super
baby.
Pause, fam.
You know what I mean? Like, all you gotta do is just believe the words that you speak and it shall happen. God will provide. Know that.
Love it.
Love that, bro. Love that. Listen, man, we appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on, man. Like, we definitely got to have you on again. We're going to send you that shirt. And yeah, we're going to have you back on during the season, before the season, whenever you want to come
For
on,
sure.
man.
Let's do it. Yes, sir.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
down
Hell
for
yeah.
it.
We'll kick it for sure,
Yeah,
dude.
we appreciate your time, man. Thank you very much.
Sure. Appreciate y'all.
We'll be in touch soon.
Alrighty.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you, man.
man.
Have a good night, dude.
Yeah, y'all have a good one as well.
All right, man. Stay blessed.
Peace.
Well, that was the exclusive Demarvin Leal interview. That was amazing. He was great.
Cool ass dude, man. You're right though about the San Antonio energy.
It's just
a
they're
different
cool as
breed of
fuck,
human.
man. They're just cool as shit. And like the one thing that I take from that interview is how loyal he is to his team, right? Like there were some questions where I wanted him to answer, but it wasn't to spite his team. I just wanted an honest like response. But the responses that required were going against his team, right? Like when I asked him who was the MVP, he didn't want to answer. Why? Because he probably thought Lamar was, and he wasn't going to say that as a Steeler. I respect the fuck out of that. I respect the fuck out of that. I salute DeMarvin for that. Appreciate him having coming on. You have any last comments?
I had a good
thoughts?
ass time, and we'll be back tomorrow night with Bebe McClinton.
Yeah.
And we'll get this thing rolling again.
Fucking right, man. We got Bebe coming on tomorrow night. Bebe McClinton, legendary sports trainer. Priest Holmes. He trained guys like Priest Holmes, Justin Forsett, ND Kalu, currently training Keldon Johnson in the NBA. This guy's legit. So everybody who's watching right now, tune the fuck in tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time. Be there, be square, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night, baby. Peace.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to